Okay, so as you can see on the screen, we are going to revise Old English through the MCQs with the correct answers. But before that, let me tell you, I have already cleared everything about Old English. If you have not seen the video, please go and watch. So let's start with the first question. So the first question, what is the time period of Old English? You have to tell me the correct answer, that what is the time period of Old English. Here are the options. Let me tell you, the correct answer would be, the correct answer would be 450 to 1100 AD. This is the correct answer. This is the time period of Old English, which is also known as Anglo Saxon English. Now let's move on to the second question. So question number 2. Which famous epic poem was written in Old English? Which famous epic poem was written in Old English? The options are, okay, so you have seen the options. Let me tell you the answer. The correct answer would be Beowulf. Beowulf is the epic poem written in Anglo-Saxon English, which is also known as Old English. Let me remind you, Old English and Anglo-Saxon English both are same. Anglo-Saxons people who brought the Germanic dialect in Britain, that dialect become a language, and the language known as Old English. Okay, let's move on to the question number 3. So question number 3 we have, Old English is primarily derived from which language family? I have already told you which language family. The options are Germanic, Romance, Celtic or Slavic. Try to guess the correct answer, everybody. So the correct answer would be Germanic language. It was a Germanic dialect brought by the Anglo-Saxon people to the Britain, and that dialect became a language. Number 4. Which group of people brought Old English to Britain? Options are Anglo-Saxons, Vikings, Normans or Romans. So what will be the correct answer? The correct answer, obviously, the Anglo-Saxons. Many times you have learned this. I have reminded you that the Anglo-Saxons were people brought the Germanic dialect to Britain, and that dialect later become a language, and that language known as English. Okay, so question number 5. Question number 5 is, which Old English dialect become the most dominant? What would be the correct answer? Which Old English dialect became the most dominant? You have the options West Saxon, Mercian, Kentish or Northumbrian. What would be the correct answer? The correct answer would be West Saxon, which is related to Anglo-Saxon. Question number 6. What script was originally used to write Old English? Now you have to guess the correct answer, that in which script the Old English originally written. Options you have runes, Latin alphabet, Greek alphabet or Cyrillic. So let's see the correct answer. The correct answer is runes. Question number 7. Which of the following letters was used in Old English but not in Modern English? So options you have. Let's see the correct answer. The correct answer is thorn. Question number 8. What does wet mean in Old English? What does wet mean in Old English? What will be the correct answer? There are options listen, what, who or where. So correct answer would be listen. Wet means listen. Question number 9. What was the role of a scope in Old English society? What was the role of a scope in Old English society? Options you have poet, warrior, king or merchant. So correct answer would be poet. Question number 10. Question number 10. Which of these words is of Old English origin? Options we have house, architecture, machine or police. So what will be the correct answer? The correct answer will be house. House is the words of Old English origin. Let's see the next question. Question number 11. Which language had the most influence on Old English vocabulary? Which language, that means Old English, mostly influenced by which language? Latin, French, Norse or Celtic? This question I have already told you in the previous year, in the previous questions, previous video. If you have not watched, please go and watch that video. The correct answer would be Latin. So the correct answer would be Latin. Old English is influenced by the language, that language is Latin. Let's see the question number 12. So question number 12 is, what was the name of the major Old English dictionary compiled by Joseph Bosworth? You have to tell that which major Old English dictionary compiled by Joseph Bosworth. Options you have Bosworth, Toller Dictionary, Oxford English Dictionary, Webster's Dictionary or Cambridge Dictionary. So the correct answer is Bosworth Toller Dictionary. Now you know the correct answer, Bosworth Toller Dictionary. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 13. Which of these grammatical features was present in Old English? Grammatical features in this question is asking that which grammatical features was present during the old era, Old English. So the options you have case system, word order dependence, no conjugations or no inflections. So let's see the correct answer. The correct answer would be case system. Okay. Now let's move on to the next question. Question number 14. What does neat mean in Old English? What does neat mean in Old English? The options you have knight, priest, farmer, merchant. You have to tell the given words meaning. So what will be the correct answer? The correct answer would be knight. Let's see the question number 15. Which Old English king promoted learning and literacy? Which Old English king promoted learning and literacy? Let me tell you, whenever you read the question, if you are weak in English, if you are lack in understanding, if you are lack in translating the exact meaning of the word, try to read the questions 2-3 times so that you can have an idea about the questions, that what exactly you have been asked and what you have to answer. So question is, which Old English king promoted learning and literacies? The question is asking you which Old English king promoted learning and literacy. Options you have Alfred the Great, Edward the Confessor, William the Conqueror and Harold Godwinson. Let's see the correct answer. The correct answer is the Alfred the Great. He was the first king, he was the most influenced king of Old English, and he was the only person he promoted learning and literacy during the Old English or Anglo Saxon period. Next question. Which of these modern words comes from Old English? Which of these modern words comes from Old English? That means the words have given in the options are from modern English, and you have to guess that which word is borrowed from old one. So options bread, restaurant, hotel and taxi. Let's see the correct answer. The correct answer is bread. Bread is the word borrowed from Old English. Okay. Now let's move on to the question number 17. Question number 17. How many grammatical cases did Old English have? How many grammatical cases did Old English have? You have already seen one of the questions related to grammatical case, that was the case system. And now this question is asking in numbers. How many grammatical cases? How many? That means you have to tell in number how many English have. So the correct answer would be 4. 4 grammatical case Old English have. Next, what was the Old English word for earth? You can say that this question is asking the old word for the earth. So you have to tell the correct answer with the given option. So correct option would be oro. We can't pronounce this word because the letter is, you know how it is written. So you can guess and try to recognize the way it is written. Question number 19. Which invading group significantly impacted Old English vocabulary? Which invading group significantly impacted Old English vocabulary? Options you have: Vikings, Romans, Celts, and Persians. What will be the correct answer? So the correct answer would be Vikings. This is also very important. Next question. Question number 20. What was the term for a noble warrior in Old English society? That means if there is a person who is in noble, so that nobility is known in their society by which name? Options we have: Thegan, peasant, bishop, or merchant. Any guesses? So the correct answer would be Thegn. Next question. Question number 21. Which major historical event led to the decline of Old English? You must know this answer. Which major historical event led to the decline of Old English? That means which incident took place after that incident Old English disappeared. So the correct answer would be Norman Conquest, which started from 1066. So the correct answer would be Norman Conquest. Now let's see the question number 22. The question number 22 is, which text is considered the oldest surviving Old English manuscript? Options you have: Beowulf, Exeter Book, Genius manuscript, or Versil book. Try to guess the answer. The question number 22 is, which text is considered the oldest surviving Old English manuscripts? The options you have. Let's see the correct answer. The correct answer is Beowulf. This is the correct answer. Question number 23. The Old English word wife eventually became which modern English word? The Old English word. We can answer this question with common sense also. The correct answer would be obviously wife. There is only E missing in that word. E letter is missing. Question number 24. Which Old English word meant fate or destiny? You have to tell the word that means fate or destiny in Old English. Options you have. Let's see the correct answer. So the correct answer is weird. Question number 25. Which of the following pronouns is not from Old English? Which of the, now there are options of the pronoun. You have to tell that which one of them are not from Old English. Okay. So the correct answer would be they. They pronoun are not from Old English. So these are the questions I have brought for you today from Old English. So I hope you have understand, and if let me tell you, there are many video I have put the link on my Telegram channel also and on my YouTube channel. So if you have not watched, please go and watch, and if you like this, please like. I would request you to like, share and subscribe